Vamos a hacer como que lo vemos. Vale. ¿Qué pasa por aquí? Vale, esto no lo podemos hacerlo aquí. Vale. Muy buenas a todos. Soy Marcos Español34 y estamos en Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact. Y vamos a seguir con nuestro speedrun. Voy a comprobar que todo se esté viendo bien. He puesto mal el título. Cago en la puta que me parió. He puesto mal el título, a ver. En directo. Todito, vale. 44. La puta madre, tío. Vale. Bien. Vale, vamos a seguir. Que hay que terminar esta mierda. Que yo quiero irme a Notcry. Es por el otro lado. Ay. Vale. Vale, y ahora otro. $219, vamos a hacer una tirada, venga, ¿por qué no? No hay nada. Vale. Que en la otra cuenta ya tengo 56 deseos. Bueno, 57 creo. Pero no lo he canjeado. Pero bueno, tengo 56 deseos en la otra cuenta y no los voy a gastar porque tienes Androne en la 6.7. Y sí, sé que estamos en la 6.0, pero no me apetece perderla, como me pasó con Varesa. Entonces voy a sacar 180 y ya cuando saque 180 deseos, tal vez tiro por algún personaje. Como digo, tengo hasta la 6.7 para ahorrar, así que... Y por ahora no me llama la atención ninguno. Ah, sí, que lo he sacrificado todo.
I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the abyss go untreated.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me about your plan. Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one. All right, that should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform another checkup in a couple of days. I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely immune to its power.
He always has been special like that. He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patience to see, so I'll head out.
Según he visto, pues me voy yendo, es lo que ha dicho. Está mal dicho, pero no sé cómo se tiene que decir de verdad.
Just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between us one day.
Yeah. All right. There's so much to discuss. I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
Huh? No. That can't be true, can it?
Tiene muy poca esperanza de vida.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this nation. Looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500 years ago.
Mulani told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace we know today. And still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to Natlan remains as real as ever.
I'd never have guessed.
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the Abyss. But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wayab nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save Natlan.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it. But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then. And it was you.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human to live that long.
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. Or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Obviamente se suicidó.
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength.
La tarea de reconstruir el resto de arcontes. Y dijo, ya está, me he hecho pa' huevo, me pego un tiro y que lo reconstruya el otro. Se hizo un Hitler.
Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wayab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old, 500 years ago.
So that means I'm one of the Chosen?
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of that name.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wyatt were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom. Communication between the Sacred Flame and the Wyatt has been blocked.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to counter. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name-bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Shalonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wyatt Mualani.
Ah, vale. Pensaba que había dicho Kachina.
But we have less than a year.
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't that make everything go a lot faster?
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential. Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will, rather than a sense of obligation.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Development. I can only trust in the judgment of the Wyatt. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that we managed to get this far. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us all. You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away with avoiding the topic.
Huh? Oh, right! All of the stuff you stored here before, where did it all go?
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani...
Saludos, pizza con frijol. No sabía cuándo habías
In
llegado.
addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose. Fuel.
Estaba aquí leyendo esto y me he distraído del chat. ¿Qué tal? ¿Todo bien?
Fuel? So back then, that's why you...
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of Natlan. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited, but together, their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire situation. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the 2 worlds. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But weren't they all precious treasures? What about their stories?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the Abyss.
Y hemos ganado un poco de tiempo, ¿no?
It would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, It was out of a desire to contribute to Natlan's survival. If they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan, they would not mourn their loss.
Even when you put it that way, I still feel bad.
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us in a different form. In that sense, we didn't lose anything at all. If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of power just like the items once stored here.
Well, we'd still like to return the favor.
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink sometime. Now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and celebrate your team's triumph in the Night Warden Wars. And we can all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll be able to silence everyone who doubted you once and for all, Kachina.
Still, now that I know the danger we're facing, having a victory feast doesn't feel right.
Try not to let it get to you. It's important. All right. We
Uy.
should head out.
Y durmió. Ah, tío, esta caminata de mierda. Joder, qué con el asco que da esta caminata.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They're there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of the springs. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they bloom their way back into my good graces. I'm certain Natlan will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite potential. I can see it. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children. Just like... So you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Tundurun.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution. My rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt.
Saldar la deuda.
For Natlan.
El mafioso de Natlan. Ah, lo han hecho automático. Hostia, lo han hecho automático. Antes era andar tú. Por eso me estaba quejando antes. Ahora es automático. Perfecto.
So, you're gonna head 500 years
Hey, la familia.
to serve as a Pyro Archon again? But what about the Yufu right now? You're just gonna die.
Sí, me voy a suicidar, niña.
Can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe in you, sis. Seriously though, Dad should be here. Where is he?
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not to come at all. Don't take it to heart, my dear. That's just who he is. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
Es la niña.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
Menos mal que lo han arreglado, que si no me estaría...
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
Fotito.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled it.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
Dun, 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 da-da.
Full throttle!
Oh, oh, oh. Espérate, me puedo transportar y ya toma por culo. Bueno, vamos así. La motomami.
Gee, you here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually. It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... well, I'll make things awkward if I'm around my sister right now.
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
yeah, she was super helpful.
That's good.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it...
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so I didn't want to take any chances.
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps keep people cool for a little while, at least. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
What? Do you really have to go that far?
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't. I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Sí, sí, seguro, seguro.
I thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing. In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault.
Tun, tun. Mira cómo baila el cabrón. Tururun, tun, tun, tarararun. Que no baile se hace el cabrón. El mamón. El valecito.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina.
Well done, Kachina.
Por un momento pensaba que esa del fondo era Catherine. Digo, uy, Catherine.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a...
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Kachina would have no trouble replacing me.
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams too.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars.
So, what about you guys? Did you make it far?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day.
Serves you all right. No sympathy for me.
Alright. There's no need to be like that, Uncle Pakal. Dear friends, I'd like to say a few words. Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing. They've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can become even stronger still. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayon-san. They all helped the traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said.
I'll drink to that. How does it feel being a hero, Kachina? To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. It all just feels so surreal.
Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion!
Hey, please don't make fun of me.
Ay. Hablo con Mabuika.
My apologies.
Uy.
Everything comes at a price. If you cling too tightly to your goal. But in any case, I wonder how long before the two final heroes appear. From the Flower Feather clan and the Masters of the Nightwind.
Mabuika está por aquí. Aquí. Hola Mabuika. Te hablo con Mabuika.
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you too.
¿Por qué el mío está verde? ¿Me quieres envenenar?
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time. For you could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short. And beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound quite ridiculous. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without them. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it through to the end.
Y además de que eres la que mejor lo conoce, por lo tanto es la que mejor capacidad tiene de hacerlo.
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that very little information survived. From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect, and she played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses. But of course, none of her buildings are around anymore. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her. You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long since come to terms with. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter what I may find there.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your plan?
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, and future coexist, and all are equally important. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here and now. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle. This is a pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily make you an all-important figure in the upcoming battle. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient...
Hostia, es verdad esta parte. Espero no tener que hacerla toda en directo, que si no me quiero cortar un pollo.
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled to 0. Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories would be remembered by our people for all the years to come. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation here.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. We've never forged it.
Uy. Vale, acto 2 terminado. Ahora vuelvo y seguimos con el actor 3. Vale, este ya sé qué es.
Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to see.
Intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
Ah, no, invocación de los sabios no. ¿Cómo que invocación de los sabios? ¿A quién coño le importa la invocación de los sabios? Yo quiero seguir con el acto 3. Mamón de mierda. Puta invocación de los sabios. Está escuchando esto, ¿no? Sí.
Things have been looking really rough for Natlan lately. There are more and more commissions from the Adventurers Guild, and they're all related to the Abyss. Just waiting around won't do us any good. Let's go and see if there's anything we can do to help.
Oh, something else you'd like to ask? Well, our intel suggests he hasn't made any new movements yet. Although Kanichi's investigation helped us confirm that he's being aided by someone from the Masters of the Night Wind. I'm getting closer to narrowing down who that may be, but it's still unclear whether this person aided the captain out of willingness or coercion. If you learn anything about this during your adventures, please let me know. Oh, something else you'd like? The Abyss is the most formidable enemy in all of Tibet. In the beginning, it took failure and tragedy to even begin to learn how to fight back. All of the methods you've seen in other nations were developed based on experience and insight passed down over generations. We know
Me queda porque la técnica es matar. Ya está, matar.
None of us actually understand why. It's the same for the method we use here in Natlan. Ever since ancient times, elemental energy has been one of our most reliable weapons against the Abyss. As for the principles behind it, I'm afraid you might have to seek answers from someone older than the position of Pyro Archon itself. Oh, something else you'd like to ask?
Vamos a hablar de por qué esto es norcoreano.
That also comes down to the long-standing effects of the Abyss. Our people's survival is inextricably tied to the Wyab, but their power has its limits. They cannot offer our people the same degree of protection outside our borders. In fact, people who do suffer from memory loss and emotional issues.
¿Qué tal estás, Ryder?
Everyone in Natlan understands this. That's why our people never leave without a good cause. Even if someone is left with no choice, the chief of their tribe must seek approval with the Wyab to grant them leave. And the Wyab have always been very strict about granting that approval, since extending protection beyond our borders means consuming power reserved for our fight against the Abyss. Still, there's no need to worry. The Wyab extend their protection to all within Natlan, including visitors from afar. Oh, something else you'd like to ask?
Diles que fuck o yo Kim Jong-un y listo. Te vamos a apuñalar, Ryder. Tan tararan tan tan tarararan tararan tan tan tarataran tan taratara tan. Ten tereren tin tin tiriririn. Me alegro que estés bien. ¿Qué coño? Ah, no.
So, Sucrose, the package you meant, you need to be careful when you're opening packages. Once I opened it,
No, this package didn't contain.
Sí, sí.
What are you chatting about?
Creo que esto es lo de la invocación de los sabios de mierda. ¿Sacarosa?
Oh, hello, you two. This is Sucrose.
Hi, I'm Sucrose, Albedo's assistant. If you have... Huh? My apologies. I don't get out too often. That's okay. You don't have to force yourself. I'm sure that once we get to know each other better, we'll become really good friends.
Hey, aren't you the legendary traveler? Thank you. I've heard so many stories about you.
What do you...
Sorry. Don't mind me. What am I saying?
No, never mind. So, what were you two talking about just now?
A ver si termina ya esto, que quiero reclamar el premio este.
Strange package.
Yes. I believe it's from a Sumero scholar who came...
Huh? A package from an academia scholar?
There wasn't anything dangerous inside. Just a bunch of strange...
Ah, sí, es lo de invocación de los sabios.
Seen Timaeus with some similar looking...
You've seen me with some...
No, they didn't look like...
Sí, estas son. Son las de invocación de los sabios. Yo tengo una colección de esas.
These? Huh. Sucrose, have you really never seen these before?
No, never. Recently, I've been spending all my time up in the mountains working on cultivating pentagram. botanic sweet flowers.
You could definitely say that it's called Genius Invocation.
Genius Invocation.
Sí, lo que tú puta digas. Que sí, que no vamos a ver esta mierda. Venga, corre.
That's right. It starts with a young guy in Sumeru who finds an ancient casket of tomes in the attic. He opens it. It turns out that the Crocodile King was King Deshret's viceroy after being...
Venga, que sí.
No.
Que sí, que me dejéis en paz, coño. Vamos a probar una cosa, Alt F4. A ver si así ya me para de soltar la puta chapa de la invocación de los sabios. Es que coño, no quiero hacer la invocación de los sabios. A ver, un momento. Mientras esto carga. No. Ahora sí. A ver, la puta invocación de los sabios. Puta invocación de los sabios. Como siga. Vale, bien. Perfecto. Que le den por culo invocación de los sabios. No sé por qué me ha teletransportado aquí. Si se puede hacer en otro lado, ¿no? Yo puedo venirme a Natlan. Mira, todo el terreno que tengo sin descubrir. Esto está aquí como si fuera un territorio del Sacro Imperio Romano Germánico. Volando. Ah, claro, aquí no puedo hacerlo tampoco. Tengo el de Liyue para hacerlo. Vamos al de Liyue. Lo hacemos en el de Liyue. Y después ya hacemos seguimos con el acto 3. Tan, taran, taran, tan, taran, tan. Caterine. Ad Astra Visos. Taran, taran, taran. Taran, 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 taran. Taran, taran, taran. Tan, taran, taran. La repetimos, dale. Vamos a hacer 2 tiradas de ludopatía. Nada. Nada. Vale. Vale, y ahora sí que sí, volvemos al gremio. A seguir con esto y así terminar ya Natlan e irnos a Notgrave.
I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
Ah, you two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces
Sí, sí, como que va a servir de mucho.
Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once. So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days.
So that's the plan. We can finally stop and take a break. Keeping Natlan safe and sound is our priority now.
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster. Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
Huh? Is that the Traveler in Paimon? Hello, hello!
Oh, hey, Kachina! Are you feeling better now?
Yep. Now really isn't the time to stay home and recover anyway. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas. I'll do my best, and also make sure to stay out of your way. Oh, by the way, Shilonin told me that she was ordered to forge you an ancient name. She said that she's all set, and we can head over whenever we're ready.
Me voy a acordar de que hay un precio y Shilonin al final no lo pagó.
Shilonin is a true master. She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate, so you usually have to wait a while before she finishes something. And, well, I've already signed up as a warrior, so all I have to do for now is wait for my assignment. If it's okay, maybe we can go to see Shilonin together? She wouldn't turn me away, right? I mean, I hope she wouldn't.
Y que Shilonin es su madre.
Confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
On second thought, maybe
Más allá del humo y los espejos. Venga, tirando. Vamos por aquí y ahí está la acta. Es como digo que parece su madre. Es literalmente una cachina grande.
Shilonin, I brought the person who needs an ancient name. He's super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff from him. I can vouch that he's really worthy of a hero's name.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation.
Tengo más de 500 años, señora.
Are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natlan not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Huh? You're saying the Pyro Archon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged himself to the plan. But we need to forge an ancient name to ensure he'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Are you upset?
Se ha cagado en su puta madre,
I
sí.
wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's spirit and glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit.
Me va a tocar hacerlo, me cago en
We
la
forge
puta.
ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
Yeah, I saw countless feats recorded.
But they were all performed outside side of Natlan, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Esto está igual que yo, me cago en la puta.
Haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands. Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time, Shilonen just ended up running dozens of laps around the hills nearby.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
Yeah! Let's see if we can find some special way to pull this off. If we really can't make it work, I'm sure we can still go back and talk to the Pyro Archon, right?
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record his heroic deeds.
me ha visto la guayopa ayer y...
We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we...
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. Indeed, the best one for us to talk to. Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough. I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Citlali at the Masters of the Night Wind. The one we call...
Citlali, mi vieja.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her spirit speaker stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm unsure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed. I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Well, yeah. At the cost of her spirit speaker stone being split into two. Huh?
Great going, Mawika. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this... I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Oh, let's ask Kanich to deliver the letter. He understands the whole situation and is already a familiar face to her.
I'm unsure hopes a Hal won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
Alright, Kanich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Great! Then I'll go contact him right now.
Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the Statue of the Seven later.
Vamos a mover de Cataluña, anda. De hecho estoy por... Podríamos hacer esto mañana, pues a las 8 de la mañana, que nadie está viendo, subirlo así de repente y ya está.
Kachina told me everything.
El resto que quede. Hacerme un directo del tirón de, no sé, 4... 6 horas sería. Para terminar.
Yeah, sorry to put this on you, Kanich. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
It's all right.
Ya si no tengo obligación de hablar ni nada.
For the sake of the Pyro Archon's plan, after all. Everyone here understands how dire the situation has become.
Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Claro.
Because we all saw a hero of the past rematerialize right before our eyes. The Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero, as well as the current state of the Night Kingdom. Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
La tienes al lado, no hace falta hablar, decir su nombre.
Well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us.
I have another piece of intel to share. We've pretty much identified the person who rescued the captain in the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. His name is Auroron, and he also hails from the Masters of the Nightwind. That's why his disappearance went unnoticed. By the time Citlali finally realized that he was gone, no one had heard from him for quite a while.
Citlali knows him too?
Sí.
That's right. Auroron was an orphan raised by the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind and many other kind-hearted people in his tribe. Still, he's had something of an odd reputation his whole life.
Odd, huh?
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Auroron, but if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
That's right. So in that sense, Auroron and Citlali actually have quite a bit in common.
Huh. Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Citlali could be the first one to notice Auroron's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
As of now, we still haven't been able to confirm whether Auroron joined the Fatui voluntarily, or if he was coerced. Citlali is probably eager to prove that Auroron hasn't betrayed his people. I plan to use this as leverage when I go to talk with her.
Oh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Auroron and the captain's whereabouts?
Yes. If you're all on board with the idea, then it becomes a mutually beneficial collaboration, rather than just a one-sided request. Even though I don't think Citlali is the kind of person to turn down an order from the Pyro Archon, working together with us will help her focus and not get distracted by the whole Auroron situation.
Yeah. Plus, we kinda owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the Spirit Fingers down.
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan. As expected of Molly Poke Nietzsche. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Citlali can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Sure. I'll head out right away.
Take care out there, Kanich. I'll be heading back as well. There's still a few things I need to pack.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Venga, adiós. Vale. De hecho, creo que va más rápido que antes. El tiempo de la rueda. Un poquito. Solo un poquito, pero creo que va más rápido.
Oh, it's time to meet up with Shilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going. Hey, Shilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have, bad news. Citlali did not reply to our request.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kanich a response? Guess she really does have quite an ego then.
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Nightwind often struggle to work with her. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
That's true.
Me encanta como... Y es como por pura intuición. Ah, vale, que han quedado con ella, vale. Este es un lugar acordado, sí. Parecía que decía en plan... Ah, no, vamos a quedar con Citlali aquí porque... Sí. Porque seguro está aquí, por la puta cara. Quiero revisar algo. ¿Cómo es la parte esta? Por arriba. Bueno. Vamos a venir por aquí. Y de hecho me acabo de acordar una cosa. Que voy a venir a mirarla aquí. Si era una u otra. Ah, bueno. Es por aquí. Pues ya está.
Paimon doesn't see anybody.
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't the subject always answer the call of their Archon?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon. Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
Que no se pueda confirmar con el espacio me caga mucho. Me jode mucho.
Unlike that old hag Granny Eatstily, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous? You all talk about her like she's something.
Sí, ya está, sin Lali.
But she didn't even bother to reply to our letter. Seriously, if she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know. If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Huh? Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? See, Lolly.
Wait, you're Lolly? You're Granny Eatstily?
Yes, Granny Eatsley. But emphasis on Eatsley, not Granny. Ah, you must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid. Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
Did I forget to mention, she's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young. It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
How dare you?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you, it's just that... Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little mad since we thought, well, you were gonna leave us out to dry.
Se enfadó.
It was my idea to invite you here, Seat Lolly. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, but, of course. It's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology, only to hear you all talking smack about me. Anyway, that's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
When the Masters of the Night Wind said this job with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself.
Anyway, Shilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
forge an ancient name for an outlander. Well, that would be a first. And you've also heard all about Auroran. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining.
Me da igual Auroran. Que lo
Must have
sepas.
been coerced somehow.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Auroran back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you.
A ver.
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to
Habla en cristiano.
a weary yet free soul. Even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage.
¿Qué?
Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the traveler gonna be okay?
Shoo! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
It was nothing. Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroran back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyatt of the tribes.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream. But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with St. Lolly to track down Auroran.
Phew, the two nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your investigation. If you need any help, just come find me.
Vale, llevamos 1:10.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Auroran's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our...
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him? That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, he must have done something to attract their attention. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here. I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me.
You can count on us!
All right, then let's start by heading to where Auroran was seen last.
Vamos a ver. Me ha dejado encerrar. Me ha dejado encerrado. Kili. Bueno. ¿He mirado bien? Ah, vale. Nada, pensaba que habían quitado las llaves esas de mierda, pero no, no lo han quitado. Vale, ¿y por dónde puedo pasar por aquí? Vamos a aparecer aquí. Cambio al otro spawn este. Tío. Ah, coño. A menos Kachina se mueve mejor. ¿No? Vale, paramos, que me muero. Pero, ¿por qué no sube? What the fuck? Ahora. Joder, lo que le ha costado subir a la Kachina. Nos agarraba. Vale, y ahora... Ahí está. Ahí está. Vale.
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroron speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him, or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kamich say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird.
Auroron? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place. Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail?
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes. Here, give me your hand. spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the Traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's. When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down...
Over here, this way! See, Lolly might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What was that?
Oh, Paimon was just complimenting you. Really?
Try and stop me!
A ver.
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old...
Están escuchando sus
the
pensamientos.
language of the youth as me? But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. But given the looks on their faces just now, or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Huh? Was that St. Lolly's voice?
Pero no le he dado que sabe todo el puesto.
It's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends. Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there. Yeah, judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up.
Gracias, Capitán Obvio.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Auroron was indeed being threatened. We've got to find him, fast. Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But
Mi nietecito.
what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire. No, I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
A ver.
Rev the engines!
Tururú.
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Los elementos se le huelen. What the fuck? ¿Cómo hueles el... Bueno, el olor del humo. Pero la electricidad. Ah, ¿cómo la hueles?
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me. There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Auroron wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, we should... I'll take this direction. Auroron, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. Oh, you little brat.
And out she goes. Traveler, did you hear all of that as well? Once Lolly left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response. So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads. She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past.
Yo sí, pero tú que vas a ser un caso especial, a menos que seas una elf.
If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
Vale.
Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead.
Let's ride.
Did you find something? Huh. So we can't tell where our... That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. But it can't have just evaporated into thin air, right?
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind beneath the earth.
Es Auroron. Creo. La voz creo que es de Auroron. ¿Cinemática? Ah, no. Sí, es cinemática. Ah, no. Bueno.
I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you.
¿Cómo que no, amor? Si me vas a agarrar del cuello, hijo de puta.
I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Auroron, the one you've been searching for. Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
El capitán.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to him.
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom. I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you in person. I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
La abuela no.
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
See, Lolly, he froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere? Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. See, Lolly should be able to,
Exorcizar
exorcise any
a los
ghosts or weird
fantasmas.
stuff they picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word. In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now. Need to be more careful next time.
Uy,
Feeling better yet, traveler?
All right, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Auroron is probably being held inside.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
no pasa nada, que yo reviento. Bueno, espérate, con esta cuenta no reviento nada. Me van a papear, pero bueno. Aquí dice que hay un camino donde no lo hay. What? ¿Se ha bugueado? Dice que aquí que hay un camino, pero aquí no hay ningún camino. Qué raro. Ahora sí hay un camino. Pesado. reclamo este sitio. ¿Es cerca de un lago o es cosa mía? No, son fatui simplemente. Hostia, encima son los gordos.
I don't think she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Auroron. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
¿Qué?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You're currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to...
Okay, Mr. Philosopher.
Señor, eso debiera haber puesto, tío. Ok, señor filósofo.
I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
Tienen que darme acid lali, que al menos para que...
Are you on my count?
No me daban acid lali, creo. No, no me lo daban.
No idea who you're up against.
Ay. Dios, ¿y cómo hago esto yo? Si no tengo esto buildeado. Yo no tengo buildeado esto, ¿cómo lo hago? Esto no lo tengo buildeado. Me va a tocar buildear a los personajes, tío. No te creo. Bueno, al menos se derrota al gordo. El problema es el puto martillitos de los cojones. Me cago en... Pero... Pero... Y el... ¿Tú no te has muerto, coño? A ver... Que se me está muriendo. Estos. Y de paso podemos ponerle comida de esto. Vale, están juntos. Joder, me tocan otros dos. Me cago en la puta de oros. No, pero... Coño. Saca la puta moto. Vale, esto te da muerte y queda el pesado del fuego. Muérete ya, no quiero tercera ronda, muérete ya de una vez. Por fin, Dios.
Auroron!
Granny. I don't know she's called Granny Eats to Leave, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
And greetings to you too, Gramps.
Abuelo.
What did you just call him?
Gramps? Is that not right? You're Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you've got to be Gramps.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Es viejo, güey.
Wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorn vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to. Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Auroron? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of bees prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes the cake. You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
I'm sorry, Granny. Be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? Not a chance. They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes,
So why did you do it?
because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey, I'm no ordinary Granny. Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Did you really believe everything they said at face value and not stop to think? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
I'm sorry.
Ugh, forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Auroron, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chamber with me. I'll need you to explain everything.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your vegetables?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. If you
Vale. Vamos.
I see. So Auroron came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Lali's safety.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Lali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Auroron, please report back to the Speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you. Thank you too, Granny.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Auroron is settled, I'll go talk to Shilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Oh, thank you.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Bye. Come with me, Auroron. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Goodbye, Gramps.
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub. Huh? What is it, traveler?
¿Qué cosita? Te sacan el alma del cuerpo.
Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he didn't attack you? Oh, that Auroron, what is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. All that stuff about protecting Lali and being forced to help the Fatui when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along.
Necesitamos más información. Lo hemos visto juntos, sí, pero no lo podemos confirmar.
Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together. We still have another whole day before the meeting, so...
Vale. Pues bueno, vas a dejarlo por aquí, ¿vale? Y ya seguiré mañana por la mañana, ¿vale? No espero que nadie lo vea el directo. Solamente quiero rellenarlo y ya está. O sea, terminarlo. Solamente estaré desde las 9 hasta las 2 en directo. Así que vas a dejarlo por aquí. Serán... Mañana haremos... Básicamente 5 horas de directo. A ver si así adelantamos hasta al menos la guerra. Así que vamos a dejarlo por aquí. Espero que os haya gustado este episodio. Recordad darle like, suscribiros y todo lo que suele decir la gente que hagáis y nunca hacéis. Esto es todo. Ya hasta el próximo episodio de Genshin Impact.